Kumkamsana Balhenge. Welcome back to my daily Tezu briefing. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I'm so sorry to get back to you all so late. So let's just begin our daily Parliament session briefing. Chaired by Honorable Speaker Khyambosnom Tempela, the third day of the 17th Tibetan Parliament in Exiles 6th session began at 9:30 with the continuation of deliberation over the undertaking of the Department of Religion and Culture, Churi Lihung, from the previous sitting. Honorable Sikyong Pembasirala, the incumbent Kalu Churi Kalu, provided his answers to the remaining questions from yesterday, followed by many more deliberations in the department. The deliberation topics ranged from queries on the future possibilities of Tibetan Buddhist Religious Leaders Conference, on various dimensions of Buddhist philosophies, teachings in Tibetan settlements, and on department spearheading the advocacy program around the freedom of religion in occupied Tibet. And several Chitus appreciated the contributions made by Library of Tibetan Works and Archives in preservation of Tibet's documents, manuscripts and books, and many other undertakings of the department and its autonomous bodies. With its completion, Sikyong Pembasirala, the incumbent Churikalu, provided his answers to the deliberations. As you might have noticed, today we had a delegation from Bharat Tibet Sangh who were welcomed as observers in the parliament. We do have occasional official guest observers who visit Dharamsala, particularly during the parliament session. So, as per the point of order, Lerim Namsha called upon the Honourable Speaker by a Member of Parliament. Honourable Speaker, under Article 73, Clause 4B of the Rule of Procedure and Conduct of Business in Tibetan Parliament, the list of business was redirected to the allegation against a Member of Parliament on meeting a Chinese spy. So the members of the Parliament vigorously participated in the deliberations, including the defendant member and the claimant member. The defendant member vehemently rejected the claim and clarified in the Parliament on 3 different occasions of how he had never met such a staff of Chinese embassy, the identity of which was mentioned to him by Desung Lehung after the completion of his interrogation. So different parliamentarians tabled their opinions on how they either stand with the parliament member or by some on how the matter isn't something to be tabled in the parliament, which is aired live. So Desung Kanu of Department of Security clarified that the department was asked about the possible meeting, which was rejected by the parliamentarian with evidence during the interrogation, and the Chinese spy was never uttered to the department as used by the claimant member. After more than about 20 members of parliament deliberating, the defendant member sought the detailed evidence used against him and demand clarification by the Department of Security in the parliament itself, since the libel could cause various forms of damages for him and uproar in the community, affecting our unity. So the claimant member confessed that he uttered the words in spur of anger as they were engaged in heated discussion in the previous debate. He in fact mentioned that it was an immature spur of anger. So he apparently connected the loose information he has received from an unknown source with questions by Desung Kale to the defendant member. You know that the provision of the charter exempts MPs from any legal action like defamation suit for any statement made or act done in the parliament. The purpose of that article is to ensure that the members of the parliament can discharge our duties in an atmosphere of freedom without fearing the consequences. that may ensue for how we speak or exercise our right to vote on the floor of the House. So such irresponsible act of allowing our anger or ego to control our deliberation, but most importantly, bring on such a confidential matter under investigation by both the host nation and exile government is highly uncalled for. So this was an exhaustingly disappointing day that disrupted the list of business, the undertaking of the administration, but most importantly, actually caused a major trust deficit on multiple layers of the relations. Anyhow, the session adjourned today at 8 until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, 9:30 tomorrow morning. I hope that people would, instead of jumping on conclusions, remember that one is innocent until proven guilty. We must all act responsibly and allow the host nation and the department to do their job. So I hope that the matter would be resolved as soon as possible, hopefully within this session before everything gets worse. So this was really, really uncalled for today. Anyhow, I would still encourage you to watch today's parliament session, see for yourself, understand for yourself. But again, in the end, it's not about what we think, how we think, but about allowing the host nation and the Department of Security to do their job, and for us to just remember that one is innocent until proven guilty. Let's say, Tharin Daran Samshagi Sani Jayo, Tujana.